What is a normal body count nowadays, though?
That's by age.
For college.
Somebody who graduates college, you're saying?
I would say for my guy friends, the average is, between 15 and 25. And for girls, between
5 and 10.
5 and 12,
Is there really something as a normal body count? If so, why is a man's body count higher than a woman's body count? I'm saying this based on the conversation they had in that podcast. Does body count really matter in a relationship? Why do a lot of men focus on women's body count and forget their own body count?
Proof that body count matters.
Hey, I want to teach you something about how body counts and things and why it's important, right? Okay, this is where the man starts in his life. He starts at the bottom. Anything that a man is going to accomplish in life, he has to earn it. I mean, in order for him to get to the top of this mountain, he's going to have to gain wealth, notoriety, fame, some kind of relevance, have some kind of worth or some kind of value. Women, on the other hand, are born at the top of the mountain because what they have, sexiness, beauty, things of that nature, right? So the fact of the matter is that you've been in a VIP section that you didn't have to pay for. Right? Several times. I've never been in one. The fact of the matter is that our value is earned and your value is given. Now, as we go up, this right here, networking, and we'll go up here and we'll go knowledge, and we'll go up here and we'll go money, and we'll go up here and then we go, success, right? Those are all things that a man have to achieve to get to the top of the mountain. Now, what a woman has to do is find reasons not to fall off this mountain, right? So let's say, boom, she goes down. Why? Because of attitude, right? She has a bad attitude. Let's go down here. She goes down because she has body count. Meaning, the fact of the matter is that she's had so many bodies because all she has to do is preserve her virtuosity at the top of this mountain. But the fact of the matter is that she has been slipped up so many times and dealt with so many men that did not want a cuff, that did not want a wife. You mean to tell me that goddamn 50 niggas in your lifetime sat there and you gave them a shot and they didn't want to stick around, but you want this guy that's made it all the way up here to deal with you? Oh, okay. Then we go body count. Then we go baby daddies. Like, okay, she got 6 baby daddies and 5 kids. And it goes down and lower and lower and lower. And so that's why a woman's body count matters, because of the fact of the matter is that a woman loses value when she sleeps around. In order for a man to sleep around, he has to gain value. Because no woman is going to mess with a man that's not financially stable. No woman is going to mess with a man that doesn't have any kind of respect for his peers. No woman wants to sleep with a guy that's not successful or has money or no kind of knowledge. You can't teach him anything. So in order for a man to get to the top of the hill, to have access to these women, he has to gain things. In order for a woman to come up off that, she has to fuck up shit.
Wait, hold on. Did he just say men earn their values while women are given values because they're beautiful and all that? I don't get it. That explanation did not make any sense to me. Or men earn their values because they work, they go to school, they earn money. Women are working, going to school and earning money. If you say women are given value, who gives women value? Is he trying to say that all men are ugly? No man is handsome. No man is cute. So because women are beautiful, their values are being given to them. So it's okay for men to sleep around because they have money, they have education. That wipes away their body count. That's the mentality. That's the reasoning I got from his explanation. And I think that reasoning does not make sense. Men always find ways to make themselves better off. Men find ways to remove themselves from situations that affects both men and women. For example, this body count. If high body count is bad, it should be bad for both male and female. But no, men are always changing the rules, always bending things to fit them, and they're so quick to call out women and paint women black.
Women who say body count don't matter, avoid wifing them because they're the ones with the high body counts. They're the ones with the high body counts, which is why they want it to not matter to you. If a woman can't offer you a clean past, do not offer her a part of your bright future. Like she can be a part of life. Like, okay, this is an experience, but all of this success and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, nah, that's for somebody with a clean past. Because we value a woman's past, a woman values a man's future. That's like a woman wifing a man, and you know in his future he's gonna be a bum for the rest of his life.
That's not the same.
No, it's the same.
We're talking about finances.
No, but I'm saying your body count, your purity is finances to a man. A woman who slept with 100 guys, we're gonna be able to tell like this. Her morality is gone. Her innocence is gone. 9 times out of 10, her femininity is gone. we're gonna know.
This is why a woman's body count will always matter. A woman's body count will always matter because a woman's purity is the value that men seek for in a relationship. We don't want our woman with experiences. We want a woman that we can share experiences with. Every man wants to give experiences and share them with his woman. So this is why a woman being with many men is a huge turnoff to men. You can't change what we desire. The same way women want a strong, fit, tall man, men want a pure woman. Men want a woman that brings him peace. Men want a woman that can be nurturing. And a woman who has been with less dudes is usually more nurturing, more feminine, more caring than a woman who isn't. That's why a body count for a woman will always matter.
Understand why guys would have a problem with a woman with a high body count, though? Do you understand the logic behind it?
I think it's insecurity. That's where it comes from. It's like, do they really want to have a woman that is just a virgin? Because she's not going to be good and she's going to have no experience.
They don't need you to be good, though.
That's so boring. Isn't that
It's
boring?
not boring.
It just sounds transactional to me.
So guys that are alpha guys that want to be, head of household and consider themselves leaders and want to provide for their women, they don't find it unattractive that a woman would have inexperience because they feel like what's going to make that experience in the bedroom so powerful is not that she can bounce off the walls or knows all these tricks or knows all these sexual things and, oh, look, she's doing something like out of a porno. That's not what's appealing to them. What's appealing is that she's really excited to be there for him. She's present, she's committed, and he doesn't need her to be an acrobat. He just needs her to be loyal.
Was with she needs to be a virgin. I don't want her to have a lot of experience with regards to sex. I want her to be loyal. I want her to be peaceful. I want her to give me peace and be nurturing. Are you a virgin yourself? Are you going to date that woman being a virgin? Are you going to get into that marriage with the woman as a virgin? Are you going to give her peace? Why is it all about what women can do for? What are you willing to do for women? What are men doing for women? Why is it all about men? Men want this, men want this, always wanting. What are you people doing? You think money is everything? Now women are having money, women are educated, and now it becomes a problem because there's nothing more you can offer than money. That's the truth. That's why when you take money out of a relationship, a lot of men struggle with that relationship. So why are you having double standard? It's okay for men to be promiscuous. It's okay for men to go out there and have 101 body count, but it's not okay for women to do the same thing. I'm not promoting promiscuity. I'm not saying that women should be promiscuous. No, but what I'm saying here is this: men are very unfair. Men are very partial when it comes to things like this. They feel like only men have the right to do some certain things and women don't have the right to do some certain things. Men are always quick to subjugate women. They're always quick to oppress women, and I don't like that. And that's what this video is all about. And the topic today is on body count. Does the negative effect of body count affect both male and female? Keep watching. We'll find out.
More people you've slept with is a wonderful predictor of divorce, which I found out recently. Body count isn't how many people you've killed, Nick. So if someone asked me my body count, and I totally went a different way with that. Let's say you have a sexual body count through the roof. Your chances of staying married, faithful, and happy, they go down every time you sleep with a new partner.
In the Christian community, there's this idea that, no, you should do this because it's the morally correct thing to do. But why is it the morally correct thing to do? It's the morally correct thing to do in part because of all of the emotional and spiritual aspects that are caught up within that level of intimacy with another human being. Another buddy of mine giving me a bad time, and I said, dude, you've got a GED in like 30 women. I've got a PhD in one. Who do you really think knows what they're doing in that aspect of their life?
Those dudes who on they square and pursuing their business and walking in there and what they supposed to, them is not asking your body count.
So you saying body count doesn't matter to a real man?
Body count matters to dudes who not in the count.
Ooh. Lord. No, we didn't.
This has been tonight's conversation.
That's what I'm saying. I've never met a man who's had the, and ladies, I'm not saying this like y'all easy. I've never met a man who had the ability to actually be with the woman that he wanted. Because most dudes with the women they got access to, not the women they want. I don't know a lot of men who with the women they want, who be worried about who else she. I got money. I know the spots. I can take you wherever the rest of them niggas take you. I'm confident in what I got. I'm not worried about who else you with. Only a dude who not on his square is worried about community. I don't roll in the community.
There's the right ladies to dry yourselves up with.
Respectfully, I can say a Just Mike. I can say an Ace Metaphor. I'm looking at some of the nodding in the room. I don't even roll in the community of that you was handing that out to. I don't. I'm not gonna run into the dudes that you with. The dudes who happy and want to point the finger like, oh, I f***ed her. That don't shop where I shop. He don't land where I land. Respectfully. It's not the same.
So I was wondering,
I don't know.
would you use the word insecure in that instance if you were a man with a lower body count than the
I don't know. I've never been.
I am insecure about getting herpes. I admit it. I'm insecure about not wanting to get an STD. I'm insecure about there being, I'm insecure about there being a risk of higher divorce because she's had 10, 20, 30, 40 partners before me. I'm insecure about her potentially, having a greater likelihood of relationship dissatisfaction because she's had so many previous partners. I'm insecure because she's probably fried her brain and she's no longer able to pair bond after having 50 previous sexual partners.
I totally agree with
I'm insecure
you.
about all these things. I admit it.
Innocence in women is...
Men are hypocritical with body counts because of double standard due to cultural norms and patriarchy. Historically, many cultures place expectations on women and men regarding sexual behaviors. Men are often praised when seen with multiple sexual partners, and such men are seen to be more masculine. In same culture, when women are seen with multiple partners, they are shamed and judged. With patriarchy, the societal structure can perpetuate the idea that men have the right to judge and control women's sexuality, while their own sexual conquest is being seen as a sign of virility. Men's body count hypocrisy can also be as a result of insecurity and control. Some men feel insecure about their sexual prowess or desirability. Judging women about the number of their sexual partners can be a coping mechanism for such men. By stigmatizing women's sexual freedom, men can feel the sense of control or superiority, which can bolster their own self-esteem. Promiscuity is bad for both male and female. The side effects of promiscuity is not gender specific. It affects both male and female, regardless of the relationships they are in.
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was... She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distance yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
Never get into a relationship with a girl who has a high body count. Why is her high body count a factor on if I have a good relationship with her or not? A high body count is an indicator that she chases a lot of pleasure and validation, which means she needs emotional entertainment. Okay, but why is that a bad thing? This means that she chooses her partner not based on values, but on her emotional state, which means as soon as her emotions change, partners will change as well. Are you saying that she's retroactively changing her opinion of me based on her emotions? Yes, she's only emotionally addicted to you, which means she's not in love. She's chasing emotions like drugs, and as soon as you don't give her those drugs anymore, she's cheating on you with someone who can give her those emotions. So it's not really about the high body count, it's about what the high body count represents. Well, chasing the emotional addiction is one part of it, but also there should be some kind of boundary for a woman to sleep with a lot of men, but as soon as she does more and more and more, the boundary on her brain passes, and now it's very normal for her to seek emotional pleasure by sleeping just with another guy. And this might be her solution in the relationship as soon as you guys fight, to make her feelings feel better and to chase the validation. So it's an easier pathway for her than for a girl who's been only in like 2 relationships. That makes a lot of sense, but it's gonna upset a lot of girls who have a high body count. That's right. But that's not your problem, is it? This conversation is just between you and me, all right? And you just use it for your benefit.
That conversation applies to both men and women. Both men and women can be promiscuous. Men get addicted, women get addicted in relationships. Men seek validation, women do seek validation in relationships. That explanation, like I said, does not apply to women alone. Men who are promiscuous, men who have high body count, but judge women for that, might be experiencing cognitive dissonance. They are holding 2 contradictory beliefs. They find a way to rationalize their own behavior and make it acceptable while they castigate the other person that is doing exactly the same thing they are doing. In this case, they are castigating women because women have high body counts, while they have body counts that are even way higher than that of women. So obviously they might be experiencing cognitive dissonance.
So it's like men with higher body counts are more likely to cheat. Men with higher body counts are more likely to get divorced. Men with higher body counts are less likely to be satisfied in their marriages. Though that's the suite of results that we're seeing in these studies. It's also showing those things for women, but conveniently these kind of red pill freaks are like, oh, you know, it's women. And it's not a mystery why. You know, they don't like looking at evidence and coming to whatever decision the evidence shows. They have an idea preconceived, and then they cherry pick whatever facts they want to, sometimes from the same study. And it's also so boring. I'm like, who is watching them?
You could watch a clip from 3 years ago and it'll be the same conversation. Yeah. And then tomorrow you'll watch a new episode, it's the same thing.
It's like they know one fact and they just want to say it over and over and over again because they're not smart enough to hold multiple facts.
What are your guys' opinion now about body count?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was 100% like influenced by this like Andrew Tate red pill thing, which was a bad thing. If I'm being honest, it was a bad thing. And like, it's like I wanted completely the opposite. I wanted like just a virgin girl. What I am to judge someone off like body count or how many people you slept with if like mine is also higher.
To me, body count matters in both ways. If I'm trying to find someone to be in a relationship with and spend my entire life with, I want them to have experienced enough where there's never an amount of curiosity left that they feel like they might want to go and, you know, explore it one day. I don't think like the average girl would ever have a body count that I would consider to be too high.
Men are also hypocritical towards women regarding body count due to peer pressure and societal identity. Praising high body count among men and shaming them among women can be a way of approval for some men within their social group. Some men also believe that having a high number of sexual partners can be tied to a man's masculine identity and self-worth, which influences how they view their own and other people's sexual behavior.
Is it a red flag if a girl has a high body count?
No.
Can you expand on that?
I mean, I don't really care what happened before me. I guess I have a high body count, right? So if I don't want somebody to hold that against me, I won't hold it against them.
How many bodies you have is the furthest thing from a...
You know it's bad if you got me agreeing with a squid video, but he is correct. I see so many videos where guys are kind of roasting girls about their body counts, but nobody really talks about the fact that genuinely there really is no positive benefits to a high body count. When I was much younger, I used to care about body count so much, and I even had friends who would always like try to say that, oh bro, you should do it for the BC. I don't know why this is such a normal thing for guys to just say like it's important that you sleep with as many people as possible. Similar to kind of how I think of money is after a certain point, like it's all the same amount. For example, like if let's say you have a net worth of like $10 million, I drastically don't think your life is going to change that if your net worth was $30 million. Like really, what could you possibly need with that extra $20 million? Same goes for sleeping around. Once you've slept with like 20, 30 people, it's all the same. Like nothing changes. Literally just hurts you because in the long run, it has been extremely difficult to emotionally connect with a lot of girls. This is my friends who maybe did not get around that much when they were younger. When they do meet girls, they are able to connect with these girls way faster. Anything, if you do it a higher than average amount, it's going to be difficult to enjoy those things. I remember when I was a kid, I would sneak out at like 10 o'clock just to be out at 10 o'clock because it was so exciting to me to be outside past 10 p.m. Like once you get older and you're allowed to be out past 10 p.m., like it's not that exciting. I remember when I was a kid, every single girl I would meet, I would like have this huge fantasy in my head about all the potential that could possibly happen with this girl. And like, I would barely know these girls. Like I would just have like the most minor interaction with them. And I would get like so excited when I was younger. The more experience you get in anything, the more it's going to be difficult to chase that high that you first got the first time you ever did it. Different than somebody who maybe drinks alcohol and the first time they get super messed up because they had no tolerance. And in order to get drunk as you get older, because you've drank so much, you need a lot of alcohol. So you're going to have to like drink a lot more. I don't know why this stereotype comes that it's kind of a good thing to sleep around a lot as a guy. I'm telling you, it's going to hurt you. It's going to make it very difficult to connect in the future. Especially why I think a lot of these red pill guys need like multiple wives or need all of these like insane things to make themselves feel happy. And it's because they were chasing body count for the longest time. And now to bring themselves that same dopamine hit that they once had when they were probably first sleeping around, they need to have like these insane lives. And it's all because you were chasing body count. So I highly recommend that once you feel like you've got a decent amount of experience, stop chasing body count and chase like an actual meaningful connection with somebody, because it's just going to make it harder for you.